plaintiff, Sean O'Bannon, says after he started dating the defendant, she started stripping, and he was working as her manager. However, Sean claims when they broke up and he got a new girlfriend, the defendant threw a brick through his window, and he's suing his ex today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Stephanie Anderson Jiggets admits that she did some stripping back in the day and even admits that she threw a brick through Sean's window, but says after today she wants to be rid of him for good. Stephanie insists the money from Sean was a gift and she never agreed to repay him.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I met Stephanie back in the 90s. We were fast friends and we even started to date. And later on, she told me that she used to be a stripper, and she was thinking about getting back into stripping, and that she needed a manager. So I took that job on, and it was, well, you know, it was good for a while.
What was your responsibility?
I was supposed to set up the shows, make sure that the strippers got, you know, the down payment, and make sure nobody stole the tips.
And it worked well for you?
It worked well starting out, then after a while, Stephanie started moonlighting on me.
Free agent.
Yeah.
If you're doing a good job.
Well, I had to go home. I had to go home at night.
What was your curfew?
About midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah,
like Cinderella.
Stephanie started moonlighting on me.
Free agent.
Yeah.
If you're doing a good job.
Well, I had to go home. I had to go home at night.
What was your curfew?
About midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah,
like Cinderella.
Defendant Stephanie Anderson Jiggets is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims he was Stephanie's manager when she worked as a stripper.
All right, Cinderella, what else you want me to know?
Well,
had to be in by midnight, else you turn into, what was it, pumpkin? I should know. I just saw Cinderella on Broadway with Keke Palmer, my young friend, who's first African-American Cinderella on Broadway. So just saw her.
good show.
All right. So I'm sure you know Keke Palmer. Go ahead.
So anyway, we remained friends after that. And a while later, I gave her a ride and got a call from my brother the next morning saying he went to pay his car note and all his money was missing from the bank. And, you know, she told me that, you know, she was forging checks and all that kind of stuff and tooting powder and all that type of thing.
What did you say when she said, I'm forging checks?
I didn't believe it.
Okay.
You know, because she was trying to be tough, you know, at the time.
And you now believe that she was forging checks of your brother's?
Yes.
How do you think she got a hold of them?
I gave her a ride and she got in his glove box.
Oh, he leaves his checkbook in his glove box?
No, it was a withdrawal slip.
She wouldn't have to steal if you had enough work for her. You're a poor manager. Go ahead.
Well, after that, we broke off for a while, and not long, maybe 2 or 3 months, she got back in touch. We became friends again, and she found out I was dating somebody else. So I come home from work one day, somebody had thrown a brick through my bedroom window. The neighbors got a glimpse of them, gave a description. So it was 3 girls with bandanas tied around their heads, gave descriptions. So I said that had to be Stephanie. So because she used to talk about the girl who I was dating, you know. So I tracked her all the way down to the projects. And I asked people, y'all seen? Because they told me she was supposed to have been in a gang, you know, so I tracked her down.
A gang, a street gang?
Uh-huh, street gang.
How old was she?
She had to be 28.
And what do you mean by supposed? Who told you that?
She did.
Okay, so she told you she was a thief, an exotic dancer, a brick thrower, and a gangbanger.
Yes, sir.
So what part of that attracted you?
Probably all of it.
Okay.
Because I didn't think.
So why are you here today complaining? You got what you wanted. She pleased you.
Well, it came down to money after that.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
My name is Stephanie Anderson Jiggets, and I've known Sean since the 1990s, and I want to clarify something. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm the mother of 3 children that are in college, and my son is a preacher. But anyways, back in the day, yes, I did do some stripping. In my past, I was married. It broke up. I went through some mental things, and my mother and people got me some great help. And they told me that he was a snake, and he's still a snake. He was my manager, the worst manager you ever want to meet. He'll leave you stranded. I've been robbed. I've been stranded out places. I just don't know what to do with him. But after today, I hope you can clarify this so I can be rid of him.
All right.
That's it.
Did you brick his window?
I might have, but it wasn't.
All right, you got 1 point for being honest today. All right, sir, what are you suing her for today? What loans?
In November 2011, I loaned Stephanie a total of $1,820.
For what?
Well, Chuck and her witness there, they said they had some bills and they were trying to get a vehicle. They were trying to get a truck.
That's her manager. No, she's not doing that. She's not engaged in that. No. So when was she to repay you?
November of 2013.
She borrowed the money.
In 2011.
And she wasn't even to begin paying you.
Yeah, she was waiting to start.
For 2 years.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yeah.
You gave her 2 years to even begin.
Yes, Your Honor.
You better get him back. Ma'am, what do you say to this?
I do not owe him a dime. It was given to me as a gift.
Were you all dating in November of 11?
No, sir. Your Honor, we were the kind of friends, if you got my back, I got your back, and we swapped money at one time or another. And now all of a sudden you say that I owe for a loan. I've never loaned him anything. He's never loaned me anything.
Yeah, why did this come up at this point, 2 years later or 3 years later?
I do not know, sir. I do not know.
Has he spoken with you prior to today about it, or how much?
No, he has not. He saw him about 3 weeks ago. He didn't say anything to him about it. He was my manager, the worst manager you ever want to meet. He'll leave you stranded. I've been robbed. I've been stranded out places. I just don't know what to do with him. But after today, I hope you can clarify this so I can be rid of him.
All right.
That's it.
Did you brick his window?
I might have, but it wasn't.
Defendant Stephanie Anderson Jiggets is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims he was Stephanie's manager when she worked as a stripper.
Sir, you want to get up and say anything?
Sir.
State your name.
My name's Charles Allen.
What do you want to tell me?
Your Honor, I saw him at least 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm a plumber. I work, and they're building community development is building houses in that community where he's staying at with his mother. He never even said anything about owing any money, and was begging me for $2.
Your Honor, the last time I asked Chuck, because I knew the money was for both of them, that last time I asked Chuck about the money, he said, you loaned Stephanie that money. That's been about a year ago. He said, you loaned
You didn't
Stephanie.
see him a few weeks
You
ago?
are incorrect.
Yes, I did, but he told me the loan wasn't his, that I had to get it from Stephanie.
You mentioned it to him a few weeks ago.
No, I did not. The
You
last
saw
time
him a few weeks ago?
Yes.
I bought him a
Go to the
6-pack of
store.
beer.
Told me to go to the store, get some beer because some of his workers needed beer before they started working.
I've been working as a plumber for 8 years, Your Honor.
All right. This does sound odd, sir. You don't have any text messages, perhaps, where you discussed it? Why did you wait this many years to take action?
Well, when she was to start paying the loan back, she was waiting to get disability. Okay, then
I've been on
at that
disability
point,
for the last 8 years.
well, that's what she told me. And at that
Told
point,
you what? That she would begin in 13?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. What do you have there? You have some papers there.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it you're handing
That's a
me?
promissory note, and this is a witness statement.
Ma'am, you might be in trouble.
From my brother. This is a
I think
witness
that's a
statement.
forge. It's a forge because I know I didn't sign it.
Would you have your ID today?
She good at forging. That's the
Somebody's
same.
good at tax fraud, too.
He's been convicted of tax fraud?
Yes, sir, in
Sir, is that
2007,
true?
home arrest.
No, it's conspiracy.
To commit
I got
tax?
that here, too.
To commit,
I got that
to
here,
commit
too.
tax fraud?
I have that here,
friend.
too.
Hold on. Conspiracy to commit tax fraud?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, you were guilty of tax fraud,
Yes, Your
sir.
Through a friend of hers.
And this is not a criminal court, because if it was, you would be convicted again for fraud. This signature you have here looks absolutely nothing like her signature on her driver's license. Not one letter. Nothing. You insult me. Case dismissed.
I'm through with you. My life is blessing up.
Hey, man.
I didn't lie.
I won't see you in the street.
Oh, what, you threatening me now?
No, I'm not
Just like you
threatening.
did when y'all stole
Don't
all the
ask me
money?
for no money.
When you had the man jump on
Don't
me
beg
behind
me for
having
no money.
Yeah, whatever.
Look like a fool, you do.
Yeah, whatever, and you're a lying fool.
Now, I'm lying? No.
Judge Mathis
No,
said I'm
but
telling the truth. So
I've been around almost
Yeah, you
18
you
years.
forge anybody's
Huh?
signatures. Shoot, you didn't.
How can I forge my own
You do
signature?
the job of it
Whatever.
yourself.